Greetings again, fellow watch comrades, and welcome to the standalone section regarding the Aviator chronograph, SKU 31681 697 5607. As I said in the main show, this is one of the standard bearer chronographs from Aviator. One of the things I like about this one is it does have the Cyrillic. I always get a kick out of the Cyrillic. I think it just adds a level of authenticity to the Russian watches. I understand why they put English on some of them, and it makes perfect sense, but the Cyrillic ones do have a special place in my heart. This one, let's give you some quick specs. It's a 42 millimeter case. On this particular one, you're seeing an exhibition case back. The movement height is 7.35 millimeters. It's got 25 joules in the 31681 movement. Now, the 31681 movement is built off of the base of the 3133, which is the normal 2-eye chronograph that the Russians build. Now, Mac time, formerly built by Poljot, although most people still call them Poljot movements. The 31681 adds the 24-hour subdial that you see there to give you the GMT time that moves in synchronous with the regular hour hand. It just goes around once every 24 hours instead of twice. That is one of the additional function, and of course then if you go to the 31679 you add in the function of a full 28-day moon phase. This has a sapphire crystal front and back. It is a power reserve of about 42 hours, which most of the Russian chronographs have. With the chronograph not running, and with the chronograph running, it's about 37 hours. Although I will tell you that some of my personal 3133s or 31681s, I've gotten as much as 60, 70 hours out of them before they stopped running. So I'm not saying you need to get that with every one. They all vary one to another, but that is something that can happen with these watches. Not everyone is going to have the exact same power reserve. Again, this is one of those that isn't any kind of a big-time unusual design. It's a fairly straightforward military-style Aviator chronograph, but it's been very popular for quite a long time. It's one of my personal favorites, and I know probably some of you think I say that about every watch, but really, if you listen to me, I don't. There are some that, that have a personal place for me, and I enjoy them personally. I've had this one in and out of my collection more than once myself, and then there are others that I know they might be exciting for some other people, but don't necessarily trip my trigger. This one it is a matte case. It is not the finish on the stainless steel. It is a matte case, and again, it's just one of those that embodies the solid, straightforward, can't miss it quality of the Russian aviators. Now, some general overview, again, for those of you who may not be that familiar with the Russian watches here. This is built by Volmax, which is a company out of Moscow. They still work in what is the former First Moscow Watch Factory. Their watches are worn today by the Russian military, by the pilots of the Swifts, which are the Russian equivalent of the Thunderbirds. I've seen these guys in action, and I've actually got the pleasure of climbing into one of those planes. It's a pretty amazing experience, and they're really good guys. They wear the Aviator watches in the air. In fact, there's a new one coming out soon with the Swifts logo on it that you guys want to check out. It's only going to have 50 made of each dial, only 50. And it's really, really cool. It's based on the 45 millimeter Aviator, which is the one that they actually wear up there when they're flying wingtip to wingtip at Mach speeds. Again, on this one, you've got the 3-eye chrono. This is Aviator by Volmax. I really like the sharp dagger style on all three hands. It really creates just a striking look on this watch. There you can see them really clearly on Sarah's wrist. And hello again to Sarah. And again, we're happy to have her for our second show with Sarah, and we hope to keep doing shows with Sarah for many, many, many shows to come. She's a pleasure to work with, and I think she makes the watches look a lot better than my wrist ever could. So those are the main things on this one. You want to check out, from this week's show, there's another segment that's going to be on the Sikorsky and another one on the mid-size red square. And coming up soon, we're going to have a number of other... Well, actually, the Agronoplan, or Caspian Sea Monster, has just come out from Vostok, Europe, and we're taking pre-orders for that now. And there's only a couple of days left to get your video in for the Make My Russian Watch video contest, so don't miss out on that. Those of you who can't tell, I'm just vamping at this point to try and fill the time that we've got left that we're showing the watch here. Oh, well, here's a really cool, look at that Super Luminova on this puppy. That is some really amazing Super Luminova. I mean, it just pops. And that, again, there's nothing special done there. I don't open up the, the aperture any wider. That's just shooting it straight in the dark. What it looks like is going to look like on your wrist. All right, comrades, thanks for watching.